when I found out that David was not going to wake up that day. That was the hardest thing I've ever been through in my entire life.
A deeply personal plea for motorists to stop texting and driving as a new law takes effect in Minnesota. Plus, the game of golf center stage in Blaine as the competition heats up at the 3M Championship. But first,
what we're looking at with this project is just strictly the guidance signs.
Increased air traffic at the Anoka County Airport prompting some safety upgrades. That tops CTN News this Friday, July 31st, 2015. Thanks for joining us. Karen is off. The Metropolitan Airports Commission is spending $400,000 on safety improvements at the Anoka County Airport in Blaine. The project, which gets underway in a few weeks, will make the airport more reliable. CTN Steve Antis is here now with more. Steve?
Steve, the improvements for this project relate to some of the airfield's guidance signs along the runways and taxiways. The Metropolitan Airports Commission says that $250,000 of improvements will be covered by a grant from the Federal Aviation Administration. There are over 30 signs, among the oldest on the airfield, scheduled to be replaced during this project. They help pilots navigate the direction and their headings. That's particularly important at times when the control tower isn't staffed. And while some of the signs will be rehabbed, others will be completely replaced. All of them, however, will be upgraded to LED lighting. There's also the matter of aging electrical wires that supply the electricity to the airfield guidance signs.
All the signs are lit for nighttime operations, so the cabling is going between them, bringing power to each one of the signs. And all the cabling is buried. So what we're going to do is basically take that out and put new cabling in.
Now there's about 4 miles of new electrical cable that will have to be buried as part of this project. MAC officials expect the work to be done in early October. And Steve, they don't expect there to be any disruption to the normal air traffic out of the airfield.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Minimum wage workers in Minnesota will soon see a hike in their paychecks. Starting August 1st, the minimum wage for large employers goes from $8 to $9 an hour. Small employers with annual gross revenues of less than $500,000 must pay at least $7.25 an hour. This is the state's second of 3 annual minimum wage increases signed into law last year. A year from now, the minimum wage goes to $9.50 an hour. Another new law taking effect increases the penalty for drivers caught texting and driving more than one time. Currently, the first-time offenders face a $50 fine, but under the new law, the fine for all second and subsequent violations is $275. At a news conference this week, a man who lost his brother to distracted driving shared his deeply personal story.
I saw him laying in the hospital bed, and I knew that was the last time I was going to see him. So obviously the long-term impact of this careless crash was that our lives are changed forever.
In Minnesota, it is illegal for drivers to read, compose, or send texts and emails and access the web while the vehicle is in motion or stopped at a traffic light or stop sign. If you're thinking about starting or responding to a legal action but can't afford an attorney, you now have options. The 10th Judicial District Self-Help Center recently opened for business inside the Anoka County Courthouse. It's a resource for self-represented litigants living in the 10th Judicial District. The center has computer access to online resources and an attorney who can provide information on court procedures.
Can talk about court procedures, can talk about what different hearings look like, can talk about here's how you find the law, can identify forms for people to use if they're looking to start or respond to a court action.
Or they can come up and ask me a general question about how to proceed. I can certainly lay out their options. What I cannot do is I cannot recommend one option over another.
Self-Help Center users looking to do more research can also access the law library in the courthouse. The Self-Help Center is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 to 3 p.m. You're asked to call 763-422-6963 to confirm the center is open the day you plan to visit. A win in court this week for the Anoka School District. On Monday, a 3-judge panel at the Minnesota Appeals Court ruled that a brochure outlining 3 levy questions in 2011 did not amount to promoting the request to voters. The district spent $15,000 to produce the brochures, which explained the impacts of approving or rejecting the levy questions. A conservative group argued that the brochures unlawfully promoted the ballot questions. The filing period is underway for 3 school board seats on the ballot this fall. District 1, currently occupied by Chair Tom Heidemann, includes Anoka and portions of Ramsey, Coon Rapids, and Andover. District 2, currently held by Marcy Anderson, includes Blaine and a portion of Coon Rapids. And District 5, currently represented by Nicole Hayes, includes Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park, Fridley, and a portion of Coon Rapids. You can file in person at the Anoka County Elections Office until 5 p.m. on August 11th. Mercy Hospital's new Mother-Baby Center officially opened its doors this week. The $30 million facility features 5 triage rooms, 2 operating rooms, and 13 labor and delivery rooms, along with a regular nursery and a special care nursery. With the opening of the new facility, the birth centers at both Mercy and Unity are being combined into an all-exclusive program.
The space is just huge and beautiful. People even come and you just look down the hallways and it's, you don't have this cramped feeling. The rooms we've pretty much, for patient rooms, they have refrigerators and things, all the comforts, family areas, couches so that if dads want to stay overnight or significant others, they can have somewhere to sleep.
This is the 3rd such facility in the Alina system. We'll have more on the new Mother-Baby Center, including a tour, coming up in a few minutes on CTN News Spotlight. Well, it raises millions of dollars for local charities, including the Alina Health System. We're, of course, talking about the annual 3M Championship in Blaine. In addition to the pros, thousands of golf fans will converge on the TPC of the Twin Cities this weekend to get an up-close look at the action. But it's not just the guys hitting the links in Blaine this week. CTN's Jenny Yu explains.
It's kind of always been a male sport, but it's something that the females can definitely compete in and enjoy.
Carla Warner of Warner Stallion is taking a swing at the 3M Championships Accenture Executive Women's Pro-Am. She's playing alongside Masters great Fuzzy Zeller.
I think today's been tremendous here at the 3M Championship to have the ladies out here.
It's good for business, make good deals on the golf course.
Danielle Matthews is with Homes by Tradition.
Men always have events, and I love that a woman can have an event out and about and get out of the office for the day and just enjoy the course, socialize, have fun.
Pro golfer John Harris of Edina says getting women to golf will allow the sport to grow.
The ladies are great players. I just played with 4 ladies that played beautifully and had fun, and it's a great way to relax and enjoy a day.
And as these women go for birdies, they're also inspiring young girls to take a swing at a new sport.
I'm doing the standard barrier and putting the score up there.
Lexi and Lindsay Johnson are among the youngest volunteers.
I play hockey and there's not many girls, and golf doesn't have many either.
Even though sometimes they aren't as good as the professional, they still inspire me to golf because they're getting better as they go on.
Director Jennifer Hines has been with the tournament for almost the full 23 years.
So many of our young people, you find yourselves behind the computer or in front of the tube, as they say. So it's nice to be able to get out, and this is a sport that you can do your entire lifetime.
In Blaine, Jenny Yu, CTN News.
64 women from area businesses took part in the Accenture Executive Women's Pro-Am. As for the main tournament, you can catch championship play this weekend on the Golf Channel. Second round coverage will air on Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. and the championship round can be seen live on Sunday between 2 and 5 p.m. The winner will walk away with a check for more than $262,000. If you want to check out the action in person, admission is free. Congratulations are in order for the Coon Rapids Cardinal Little League 12-year-old All-Stars who took home the state title over the weekend. Dozens of people turned out at Riverview Park on Monday night for a welcome home celebration. The team beat Whitewater Country in the championship game on Sunday to win the 2015 Minnesota Little League Championship. The 12-year-old All-Stars now move on to the regional tournament in Indianapolis, which runs August 9th through the 15th. Those games will be broadcast on ESPN. Well, starting next week, you'll be able to watch some of our programming in high definition. On Tuesday, Comcast is adding channel 859 to its lineup, which will carry CTN community programming in HD. Those shows, including this newscast, Sports Night, and Community Close-Up, were previously only offered in standard definition on channel 15. Our government programming, currently available on channel 16, will eventually also get its own HD channel. That's expected to happen late this year or in early 2016. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.